Welcome back, friends. In this video, I will try to address the pain of the Vodafone Idea shareholders who have seen their prices plummet substantially, at least 40% decline on an average. I'm seeing many people have bought Vodafone Idea in the range of 16, 17, and they were quite well advised by many analysts, people with good positions, and they, important corporate reports. Everybody was talking of a minimum 22, 23 in the very short term. Anyway, I don't wish to be critical of everyone or anyone for that matter, right? Everybody has a right to have their own day in the sun or day in the moon, whatever. And I'll just go over what the facts of the case are. But seeing a 40-45% cut in your portfolio is not a very happy scenario. See, Vodafone Idea was expected to get some relief from the Supreme Court on its AGR dues, okay, which the Supreme Court has rejected, unfortunately, on Thursday. Also for its tower company, Indus Towers, which was one of the suppliers. Vodafone Idea's AGR dues were estimated to plunge almost 46% to around 38,400 crores from roughly some 71,000 crores before, or as it stands today. This was going to plummet provided it would get relief on its curative petition filed in the Supreme Court. Many believe that a near 50% cut in the company's AGR liability could reduce its upcoming annual payments by around 6,500 crores after the current moratorium on the regulatory payments, that is spectrum and AGR dues, ends in September of 2025. This, they said, could of course ring in some cash flow relief, but still wouldn't be enough, as Vodafone faced an initial 27,000 crores payout in fiscal year 26, and thereafter its annual payments would be expected to jump to around 41,500 crores from fiscal year 27 onwards to financial year 31. The Supreme Court judgment has come on the back of bleak prospects predicted for the company in the midst of a kind of a duopoly with Jio and Airtel ruling the market. Earlier this month, the days after the Supreme Court had agreed to hear the company's curative petition in the AGR dues case, global brokerage firm Goldman Sachs had given a target price of 2.5 and already made investors, and this had, whatever way, made investors very nervous. Okay. It had signaled that 83% downside potential, citing weaker growth, margin returns, and balance sheet profile versus its peers. Goldman Sachs had argued that Vodafone Idea's recent capital raise, while incrementally positive, was unlikely to be adequate to stop the company's market share erosion. Additionally, Vodafone Idea they said that large AGR spectrum related payments starting in fiscal year 26, while the government has the option of converting some dues into equity. Therefore, the ARPUs would have to rise by rupees 200 to 270 versus December 24 estimated levels for Vodafone Idea to be sustainably free cash flow neutral, a low probability in the medium term in the view, because they are yet to catch up completely on the 5G network. Excluding the impact from any such potential conversion, the free cash flow is expected to be negative until fiscal year 31 at least. So here we have a scenario. The company had completed a follow-on public offering, or an FPO, earlier this year, and that had kind of given it some lifeline, and there was some hope that had emerged, because the board had approved a fundraising plan to which the shareholders had also consented. The 18,000 crores follow-on public offering, India's largest, had closed successfully, in fact, been subscribed 7 times, with strong demand from the global institutional investors. The stake of the government, in fact, the largest shareholder, had come down to 23%, as it did not participate in the FPO. All said and done, this money, I don't think, was sufficient. There was a great hope that the Supreme Court would give it relief, which it has not. And therefore, the ball is back in the investors' court, where they should go from here. Vodafone Idea aims to raise another up to 35,000 crores through debt and other facilities and deploy a bulk of its targeted 50,000 to 55,000 crores for capex expenditures over the next 3 years. Right? However, the adverse Supreme Court ruling can impact its future fundraising, which is central to the company's expansion, which could have led to improvement in business. The company's a nearly 20 crore subscriber base, however, I believe is rather big to fail. Failure of Vodafone will be devastating for India's telecom sector as a whole, because Jio and Airtel just do not have the capacity, the bandwidth to absorb such a huge subscriber base of 20 crore subscribers. This will constrain their infrastructure and worsen the service and quality standards. A duopoly in the sector, however, could also lead to rising tariffs. That's why it is vital for Vodafone Idea to survive the crisis. The government, I'm sure, realizes it. It is quite possible that the government may convert further dues of Vodafone into equity. However, in the very short run, there will be turbulence. All this will take time for this to happen. So my best advice for people who are asking whether to hold or sell is that this government should hopefully come out with some solution. But in the meanwhile, there will be lots of nervousness in this particular script, because the fundamentals do not bear out the market capitalization at this point of time. So yes, but the government definitely realizes that losing such a big subscriber base and that can have its deleterious and concomitant effects on employment, on the company closing down, also on relations between India and the United Kingdom. And none of this stands good in the eyes of the telecom sector, which the government is trying to encourage in very big way. So also duopoly does not raise good image of the government in the eyes of the world. It has tried to project India as a very good competitive economy. So I'm sure that the government will come and will raise its stake, convert more dues into equity. Till that happens, there will be suspense, and that suspense, if you can tolerate, hold on. Otherwise, you can think of alternative pastures. But sooner or later, I'm sure that the government will have a plan for Vodafone. To get to know more, do join our Premium Plus, which gives you 10 to 12 days predictions of the market in advance. Plus, it gives you some excellent stock market suggestions, including some good multi-baggers. You can get in touch with us at 982-086-1044. Happy investing. Take care. Bye-bye.